That's a big pile of rocks. I don't know if you can see it over there.
Hello, my name is Heath, and welcome to this week's adventure. I found this ruin on Google Earth and decided to make the 40-mile trip into the desert and explore it. It turned out to be relatively close to a fire road, but I was quite surprised at how steep the climb actually was. Thanks for joining the adventure, and I think you'll really enjoy this one. If you do, please consider liking and subscribing. Now on to the adventure.
That's the target. That looks like one steep climb to me. Wow. Good morning. Welcome to my adventure. I have found another ruin on Google Earth, and I'm attempting to climb up to it. It looks like an extremely steep climb. I may end up having to skirt all the way around the backside because it looks like it might be a little easier on the backside. On a game trail, it's sort of going around the side and gaining elevation, so I'm going to continue on this. Ultimately, my goal is up there. It's quite steep, like I mentioned before, but hopefully we get there and hopefully we find something. If I do find something, I'll let you know. I've corkscrewed around halfway around this hill, about halfway up to the top, but I wanted to show you the view. Oh, height to the land. So now we just have to find a ruin, if there actually is one. Wow, it's nice and flat up here. This could have been a place like a village. Let's look around here really carefully for pottery sherds and maybe some lithics. Excellent. Excellent. I think I just found my first piece of pottery. Yep, that's what it is. That's some pottery. It's very light colored, almost, I guess it would have been almost a white color. Relatively thin. That's cool. Okay, here's one in the books. Just got my first glimpse of the ruin. That's a big pile of rocks. I don't know if you can see it over there, but we'll go over and take a look. There it is. Oh, wow. Ooh-wee. extend you up. You get the first look inside. Wow. This is bigger than I was expecting. Okay, I'm gonna try to walk around the outside so you can see what this is, and I'll sort of narrate it, and then if we can, we'll get inside, but I don't want to climb on these rocks, so we may end up just flying the drone around. But if I can get in, I will get in, or I'll get at least as close with the camera stick as possible. All right, so this here would be the west. I'd have to check my, yeah, this is south, so this is the west facing wall. I'm going to say it's about almost 20 feet wide this way. Okay, and now I'm going to kind of walk around. I don't know how steep it gets over here on this side, but we're walking around to the north facing wall. Oh, wow. All right, so this is the northern facing wall. I'm gonna walk along the base down here and try to get an idea of how long this thing is. Let's say 10, 20, 30, maybe 50 feet long. I'll be able to measure it on Google Earth now that I know it's actually a ruin. All right, here you can see the wall is actually still standing, and all of this other rubble has fallen, so you can see this whole section here is upright. So this wall must have been considerably taller. That's cool. Again, this is the northern facing wall, as you can see with the sun directly in front of you. It's relatively early, well, I wouldn't say early morning, but it's in the morning still, so sun's been up for a few hours. Okay, so that was the northern facing wall. Again, you can see it back there. You can see the whole length. I'm still saying it's about 50 feet long. It looks pretty rectangular. Oh, this over here, east facing wall. Yeah, I don't know if these all fell down or if this was the way this wall was built. That is a lot of rocks. This thing would have been huge if all these rocks were on top of the wall. It could have been. It could have been. This is the the east facing wall, like I mentioned. And then around to the south facing wall. Hopefully you can see all this. I think I'm showing you the first room that we saw, and then the middle room. It's considerably bigger than that first room, and then room number 3 over there. I'm hoping my stick is pointing in the right direction. So this room is on the far east. This room is in the middle. And this room over here is on the west. I'm standing on the south side, and this is the amazing view out of here. Alright. I'm probably not going in this ruin. I don't see a way in. So hopefully these videos came out good. I will take the drone around, because the drone I can actually fly over slowly and show you the inside. I'm gonna move you slowly across here. Let's see if you can spot the pottery shards. Did you see any? Well, I'll give you a hint. Here's one right here. Another hint. There's another one right here. Another one right here. It's very hard to see. Up there. I've been down here scouting around on the flat areas. They're almost like terraces down here. But then I looked up and saw this view and figured I better share it with you. At this point, I found literally hundreds of tiny pieces of pottery shards, about this size. There's a nice gray on the inside and buff on the outside. Here's a beautiful buff on the outside and gray on the inside. Huh. Maybe those went together. Well, that looks like they went together, doesn't it? Interesting. Well, it's really good facts that this whole area might have been a village of sorts with that ruin right over there. So I can't be sure. Again, I'm not an archaeologist, but just what I'm seeing makes me think that. So let me know in the comments below what you think. And also, if you do like this content, please like and subscribe, because I'm trying to grow this channel. So it would be great if you could do that. It really helps me out. All right, I will see if I can find something else. Good thing I made a nice loop. That right there is my battery case. Well. You can see these white sherds. I've been seeing them around, but these definitely look more like they were napped or they were flaked off some other rock to make a tool. You can see how thin they are. You can see the smooth edges where they snapped off, leaving a very sharp edge. So I'm thinking we have some lithics here also, which is great because I'd only found pottery. So now with lithics here, it definitely means that they spent some time here. This is a bigger piece. Oh yeah, that's a bigger piece. But definitely napped off. Yeah, that's not natural. That is man-made. There's a piece of pottery shards. There's a piece of pottery right over there. Another lithic right there. Here is an interesting looking rock. So, as you can see, this is all of the rock up here is basalt. It's all volcanic. This is some sort of chert or something like that. Someone else can probably tell me exactly what it is. But you can see the corners have been napped off, like they were trying to make flakes big enough to make some sort of tool out of. It might not have been really good material, so they may have discarded it, but that's really cool to just find just laying there on a rock. Well, in the dirt beside a rock. That's really cool. All right. I just took a little tumble. This is so loose through here. Very hard footing, but the spot that I fell down in, I started looking around and there's some prickly pear behind me. There's some prickly pear over in there. And there's some yucca plants there and over there. And I saw an agave plant over there. So all of those are considered cultivars, or things that Native Americans might have planted close to where they lived so they could harvest that stuff. There's a lot of other trees in here. There's pinyon pine all over the place, where they would have gotten pine nuts to grind up. So it's kind of a neat spot. It was kind of a rude way of finding it, but it's beautiful right here, and it's so quiet. Hear a raven up there, probably laughing at me. All right, well, if I find something else on the way down, I'll let you know.